up? What up? Anybody around? Anybody around? Let's see how many people want to get questions answered. What up, family? Hit me with them questions. Let's make it happen. Let's see if I can answer a couple of your questions. Leslie, thank you as well. Happy holidays to you as well, dear. Or sir, not sure. Gotta be politically correct. Academy, oof, looks a little tough. Did you learn anything? Phoenix, Arizona in the house. Dirk in the house. It's good. So everybody's trying to get on. Things a little rough. Things a little rough in town. You're a woman, Leslie. Got it. I didn't want to be politically incorrect. So how long do you think after Fingerprinting we'll find out about orientation? That's a hit or miss. With orientation, it's scheduled. Apparently now they're doing mass orientation, so they wait till a group of people are qualified or get their, backgrounds done, and then they try to set up something. This Zoom thing, I'm still learning about it, so I can't give you a regular answer for that one. Hello, Deborah. Christmas shopping. Dirk, you give me anything? I would have questions, but I'm door dashing, waiting on the post office to give you a start date. I can't lie to you, Leslie. I don't think they're going to start anybody for the remainder of this year from what I'm seeing. Because what's happening right now is it seems like they're letting people go. It's been about a month. Melody Evans. My family are Evans. Quick question on career. They've been want to go to another plant. How does that work? You got to go on Light Blue, go on eCareers, and you got to just basically you look for a transfer. Melody, the Lion. Oh, Nick, ain't you on vacation, brother? Why letting people go? Budget cuts? No, we don't have budget cuts. It's just the people that they brought in for the holidays, they told them they were on some type of a schedule, and the mail volume just wasn't there. So because the volume wasn't there, they decided, hey, they were going to let them go with letters that state they'll be calling them back within a couple weeks. It's kind of weird. They didn't do it that way last year. I've never seen them do it that way. So everything's a hit or miss at this point. Got as much time as you do recently. Haha. What do they look for when you transfer? When you transfer, they check obviously your work record. So if your work record sucks, they can refuse you. I'm watching a couple people from different areas coming to transfer to my plant, and I was in the office while they were going over the attendance and their qualifications, how many times they called out, any IIs. They go through the whole record and they just check up on the individual and see if they're worth bringing them over. Is it easy to get an interview with the post office? They don't really have interviews. They kind of just bring you in. I thought we did this already, Dirk. They don't have interviews, brother. Is it cold out there? Cold out where? Where I'm at? Nah. I believe they're going to start hiring again in January. Yes. They are posting things online, not like they did before. I don't expect them to start bringing people in till the middle to the end of January. That's my honest opinion. Does that mean anything? No. Is it cold out there? It was about 49 this morning. You still trying to figure out where I live, Mr. Dirk? It's unfortunate the way that they did things this year, but I believe they thought there was going to be a bigger rush than normal. And it didn't play out that way. A little unfortunate. Is this lagging or is it going correctly? When is peak? Peak season just passed. Hello, I can't pronounce that name. Sorry. Sorry. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm trying to read these things as they go. What are my chances of getting hired after the holidays? And PreHire List for declining several positions. Ooh. Chances are high, but have you ever made it past the PreHire List is the question. Snowing out in the Midwest and northern Arizona. CP Dub going fine. Once background checks complete, how long should it take until I get my orientation date? Hello, Shy. I was just telling the other individual that they're doing these Zoom orientations now. So a majority of the people are doing these orientations. They're doing them. They're trying to get, like, I think I read 1,500 people in a room on Zoom. So I can't give you that date. They try to get as many people qualified as possible before they have these Zoom orientations. I don't know if they're sticking with that Zoom orientation, though. I think it's more efficient for them, but they may be going back to the regular orientations. Would you recommend working for a small office or a big office? Ken, it all depends on the work. Bigger offices tend to have more work, which means more hours, more money. But if you want a lax day, smaller offices are usually better. 2 stations that I pick up from. One, the carriers are always back by 5 o'clock. The other one, they're right next to each other, same city. But the other one, they struggling, 8 o'clock maybe. So the people that work at one station, the carriers, everybody, they're making tons of overtime. In the smaller city, they're making almost none. I'm a motor vehicle record, sir. What should I look for next? MVR? That's pretty much it. Once your MVR comes back, you got to just wait for them to say yes or no. Thank you so much for letting me. It applies for me as well. I applied at the beginning of November. I've been on the PreHire List since. Never just sit on the PreHire List. Never apply to one position. I believe that everybody should know that at this point, if you're applying, if you're in a fairly decent city, apply to anything that's within 30 minutes driving of where you live. If you live in an area that doesn't snow or doesn't have a bunch of inclement weather, go for 45 minutes to an hour. Once your career, you can always transfer to some place that's closer to you. A lot of people try to apply to places that are close to them, and it doesn't do them any justice because they realize the places that are always closer, and this is what I've seen so far, the people there suck and they enjoy working further. For instance, my ex-wife, she worked close initially, couldn't stand her office. Now she works about 40 minutes from her home, loves it. So, you know, it's always a hit or miss. It just tends to be that way. Everybody wants to be close to home, but close to home, you're the first person that they call when they want to harass you. All right. Beginning of November, blah, blah, blah. That bed is distracting me. I love the painting. Thank you. Via Zoom training class on site. I help a lot with your videos. King Garay. Understand, all I do is provide information. If you guys listen to the information all the way through, you're actually doing your own homework. That's like a teacher in the beginning of the class. They give you the information, you do the work. I like it that a lot of people thank me, but thank you for putting in your own work, you know, to get your own job. I like to hear success stories. I also like to hear stories that, you know, I can use to pass along information, to tell people, hey, look out for this or watch out for that. So when I read all these comments, I usually just translate what I see. So that's typically how this works. Just kind of like a central data point. People give the information, I pass it along. 2 months. All right. I work at the manual office clerk there. I get 20 guaranteed to help me out. Above me to get 40. Is it true PSC can't go over 20 hours of overtime? Shy, PSC is not a craft. That is a level. That's not technically true. You're not really supposed to work more than 60 hours a week. They can get in a lot of trouble, but it happens. Strangers post only higher in their zip code. I always see have an opening. Do our duties change as a PSC after rehire, or is that a station and a supervisor-based decision? PSC is not a craft. Please. Are you looking at a PSC truck driver? A PSC distribution clerk? PSC sales service and distribution? I mean, PSC is just a level. Postal support employee. If you're at a station, your duties change. No, when you look for your positions and you guys apply, there's usually a little click for the job, and it describes your duties, and they can fall under. There's a bunch of duties that drop down, and you read it, and it tells you pretty much everything that each duty includes, or each job duty includes. I do have videos for every craft that you guys can apply for, so it gives you pretty much a basic background on each craft. That way you're well informed on what each craft requires and what kind of, you know, the hours are, etc., as well as the pay. Kind of helps you be prepared. The funds come for the post offices near home. I applied online and in person. Can't apply in person. I don't know how do you apply in person? After I sent my MVR online, I received the hire mail right after 2-3 days, but it doesn't say I'm hired or not. Scrappy, you go on your own profile and you look at where you know it goes from pre-hire to, you know, offer extended. If it's on offer extended, that's usually the final phase, which means that they are looking to hire you based on, you know, what comes back on your background check. I have videos that detail every bit of this information and actually show, you know, different stages. So under the new contract, even as a part-time office, I can make career after, yes, which is 1 more year for you. Absolutely. Haunted web monster. Yeah. The new contract is for the APWU, the American Postal Workers Union. That's what I read. I did it in the video. I'm pretty sure you read it. You can always look up information about your specific craft. If you're a carrier, look up the Carriers Union. If you're a mail handler, they have a mail handlers union, and a bunch of the other ones fall under the American Postal Workers Union. You just Google it, you click on it, and you get all the details about what your union entails. It tells you pay levels, it tells you everything. Some of that mumbo jumbo is pretty difficult to understand. So you got to kind of have like an encyclopedia and a dictionary right next to you to read it, but some of it's in layman terms. When I see something that pops up, I try to break it down the best way I can. Went to open house in Brooklyn. Brooklyn? Well, it does say after offer phase. At first, it was pre-hire, then turned to offer phase recently. Okay. So if you're in offer phase, now it's just a matter of patience. Shy. I'm prior military. I have 6 years of service. Is it worth buying back if I make it to become per career? Absolutely. Absolutely. I am not military, but military seems to get treated extremely well at the post office. You make it, you guys are blessed. You get the 4 weeks, I believe, off rip, or 2 weeks. I don't remember what it was. Vacation, did you guys just get a raise? Are you asking me that, James? How would you know if you applied for standard position or seasonal position? That is not a dumb question, Alex. What they did, and this is the trickery and foolishness that I don't like. And if anybody's applying next year, if you help anybody to apply next year, it seems to me from what I've seen, anything from October, late September, October, the people that are trickling in, they don't tell them, and it's not on the website, that it's holiday positions. They're not putting that on the website for whatever reason. And then when you walk in, they'll say, okay, well, we filled all the 360 positions. We're going to bring you in as holiday. It's almost like bait and switch. And, when the post office screws up, I'm going to say, hey, y'all, duh. But they did. I don't like how they did that. And they've done that before. Did we get a raise? I think we did. I have to check. That's a good thing. When you guys hear with me saying that, I got to check to see if I got a raise, because I don't pay attention. I know my check comes in and I work so many hours overtime. Who knows? The pay rates are kind of difficult to understand. So, when your career, you don't really notice it. So for instance, you make $1,000 a week. Kind of extend it over and you'll say, okay, well, I made a raise. Now I'm making $1,040. Okay, I made $1 raise. So that, or 50 cents raise, you got to kind of look at it. I don't notice it because there's so many different factors that go into your pay. The overtime, the night differential, the Sunday premium. So it gets complicated, and unless I sit there and strategically look at it, I don't notice it. But yeah, I think we did. All right, that's how I got tricked. CP Dub. Yeah, you're not the only one that got tricked. But before, I'm already hired. I've been told I'm employed with another position, but never got a start date, which led me to use my employer number to get an faster switchover position. Okay. When you apply and you switch over to a position, that means you actually have to resign from one position and then go over to the other position. You cannot hold two positions at the post office, because it would be two numbers that are actually two finance numbers. So if you're one place, they may have finance number 123, and if you go to a different place, they may have finance number 124. So you cannot be under two different places getting paid. So you actually have to resign from one place. That's how I got tricked. I'm sorry about that, but it does get a little it does get complicated when it comes to the way we get paid, the whole process. And when things change with the process, again, I try to help clarify the information the best I could. I haven't been posting as much because I'm kind of observing what's going on. I'm asking a lot of questions, and I try not to give information that gives you false hope, because then you just look at me like I'm an idiot. I give information that I gather from either, the directors or supervisors that have decent information, or from what I observe myself, and from what you guys post. Because a lot of stuff that I read in the comments, like I said before, will say, hey, this is going on in my plan, or this is going on here, this happened this today, so on and so forth. So a lot of information that you guys just happen to put in the comments, I'll look it up and see if it's, factual. And then if it's meaningful, I will translate that. First position, it wasn't given for, so I was already employed but not working in, which meant to add on that what made me reapply to another position. I was lucky and got a great supervisor. Got on 30-day. Would that help on a rehire? Yeah, absolutely. If they're actually giving you your evaluations, which people should be getting, your 30, 60, 90-day evaluations, I tell people all off rip, your first 90 days, you should be grinding as if, this job is going to be the last thing you ever do. And then I wouldn't say put it on cruise control, but you can. Do I recommend it? No. How come the mail is kind of slow this year? Economy. You want me to lie? I don't know. I'm shocked too. Currently, I was interested in becoming a steward rep for the clerks. Do I need to be a regular? Can I have one as a PSC? You can be a steward, yes. Are you interested in doing that because you want to help, or do you want to be controversial? That's a serious question. Unions are good, only as good as their representatives. Because if you have a representative in your union that's not working on your behalf, or the workers that they're supposed to be looking out for, it gives people bitter taste in their mouth. You walk into a place and you realize that your shop steward kind of has his own interest in hand, then doesn't make you want to be part of that. So when you decide you want to step into a position like that, make sure that you are doing it to represent those that you work with, your coworkers. Oh, shady stuff in your office, absolutely. Besides, it's not asking for time off. What are the looking to see in order to get a good evaluation? Being on time and just, keep your head down and work hard, Shy. You just gotta, try to, I have a video that kind of gives you a walkthrough on piece by piece on, your first 120 or your first 90 days on how to carry yourself. This is what the whole channel is about. Again, it's not about life advice, and it's not about advice when it comes to how you carry yourself, but it's more so a roadmap on how to be successful while employed here. You can kind of dissect what I say piece by piece and see if it works for you. I've watched a lot of people come and I watched a lot of people go. The ones that kind of kept their head down and grinded, they pretty, they're in a better place right now. I'm still standing on receiving Jade, still being patient, waiting for my turn to hit. Crystal. When is peak season over? Peak season was over on Tuesday, it seemed like. Because of the Postmaster General, that's why it's slow. Yeesh. Oh, I don't want to get political with it. He means well, I think. I think he's an idiot, but I think he means well. He has a logistical mindset. Logistical mindset, meaning that he used to run trucking companies, which is good. But it's more than just a trucking company. He's trying to incorporate his skill with operating a trucking company with the way that the mail moves. And I don't think he's seeing the big picture. The day that they asked him how much a box of Priority costs, that was it for me. Should I be concerned about being turned down as a seasonal worker? Is there any recommended to who to ask about it? You really can't ask anybody, Alex. Like I said before, if you haven't received anything yet, I would still apply to something else. I would apply. I'd keep applying to you. Absolutely. Keep to yourself. Don't get wrapped up in the mess because it's all around you. Yeah, the post office can be a little toxic. Yeah, that place will have you going. I mean, a lot of my videos will have you cracking up because I speak about things that I see, and I talk to a lot of people on the phone, a lot of people all over the country. That way I'm not shallow to just my little plant. So I hear the war stories, and ironically, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Everything that I talk about is everywhere, from the drama with people sleeping with each other to the way that people dress, the way that people interact with each other. It's there. The supervisors or the lack thereof, the confusion. But it's just a matter of how you want to do your time. I was put in a station for help and go back to the warehouse January 1st. Okay. That must mean you are a clerk if you were put in a station. All right. What's your opinion about DeVoe having stops in the companies trying to contract? Caleb, I can't get into politics, my friend. Caleb, that's my nephew's name. It's out of the Bible. My opinion about Mr. DeVoe. Woof. What up, Jay? I want to say thank you for all your knowledge. I mean, me and CDC have about a month, and you helped me out a lot. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well, Mr. Black. My knowledge is only by what you guys share. I started a mail handler about a week ago. Oof. Go for it, Anthony. Congrats. For me, I was told by human resource hiring that they had a system error and was directed. I talked to the hiring manager for half an hour just to put me back on the acceptance list. Okay. PSC is not a craft, Crystal. PSC is a level. PSC, we have PSC truck drivers. You're a clerk. They have processing clerks and they have distribution clerks, window clerks under the PSC craft, and they have PSC truck drivers. I've been slow at my office, been getting 4 hours when we get out of peak season. You think it's worth it to wait to become a regular? How long have you been working there? Santhus Knighton. When do benefits kick in? What type of benefits you referring to? Because if you're a support employee, a 360, your benefits should be available immediately. Do you think it's where you become a regular? I always think it's worth it to become a regular. Dental, medical. Medical benefits kick in when you start working. If you come in as a CCA, you sign up for your benefits, your dental benefits, and what I don't know about dental benefits, but you get medical benefits. 3 months on the 25th of this month. Okay. I would apply to another office that's around you if you can. Nobody really can live off of 4 hours a day. Just can't. What type of shoes do the processing clerks wear? Is there a website where I can look at? Nice bed. Thank you. You can look at whatever's comfortable for your feet, honestly. When you do get a uniform allowance, we have a bunch of different websites that we can use to go and look at them. You can Google postal uniforms. You can't pay for it out of your own pocket, though. Yeah, you can't pay for it out of your own pocket. So, I mean, you have to wait to get your allowance in order to purchase any postal gear. But a lot of the clerks, if you're a window clerk, obviously you'll be on your feet. Try to find something that's comfortable. A lot of people wear Skechers. Obviously, no mesh. I have a video about that too. Do MHA get a uniform? I wish they did. Some of the mail handlers have my head on a swivel. Well, good Lord, yes, but they don't. I don't think they do, actually. They might get like, I don't know, maybe for some shirts, but nothing really. Does USPS pay the same in every state? Kendall. Whew. Overall, yes, they pay the same. Certain states, they have a higher cost of living. If you live in one of those states, your pay may be adjusted to accommodate the cost of living. I know carriers in California start out a little bit higher. Carriers in Alaska start out a little bit higher. In a couple other states, I'm not sure. But overall, a majority of the country, yes, they start out the same. Let's see. I love the money. Does that normally happen? I'm just patiently waiting to know what's up about the job or when. Absolutely, Omar. It just takes forever. It's just one of those things. There's no getting around it. I wish there was a quicker way. The post office moves like snails, but understand they have one human resource office that is located, I believe it's in Maryland or DC or Tennessee, someplace like that. And they get every application in the whole country. And then they send it out to the human resources in everybody's area after they get the whole background check done. Because so many people are applying and at the same time, so many people are quitting. It's a revolving door. I honestly believe that they need more. It's not like you go to a Walmart around the corner and you apply there and their human resources takes care of you. It's not like that. And it's a federal job as well. So they have to do, once you go through the background check, they have an SF-85 security form 85. So just think about it. Postal workers technically can go to every single place in the country that has an address. I would like to say, I think they can, like, there's ways that they can go, like, even to the Capitol. I don't think to the White House, but the White House has their own post office. So you have to, they have a little security thing you got to go through. So they do an extensive background check to a degree. All right, let's see. I'm still an extended offer, keep applying for everything, and everything seems so close yet so far. I understand that. New Balance for mail handler, Amazon, all leather. There you go. Happened to me, hired offer, sent it, accepted again. The plant I worked at last year pulled the fire alarm on Christmas so they could fire people for leaving early. What? Christmas money. If you got to work on Christmas, I thought it was 3 times the pay, but it's not. It's 2.5 times the pay. So if you work whatever hours you work, it's not time and a half, it's double time and a half if you have to work Christmas Day. Just completed your 90-day probation period. Good deal. You've been at it for a while. Recently found your channel, been working with you since September, holding it down. A route finally. Mobile Mutant. That's a unique name. Appreciate your insight. Happy holidays. Same to you there. Happy holidays. Orbs Noob. Yo, back at you. Did I answer everybody's question? Uniforms. You're so funny. I can be funny once in a while. Type of shoes. 3 months on the 25th. Dental medical. Shoot with the questions. Going on 34 minutes here. Offer extended phase. And when I call about my background check, traffic violation showed. So should I be worried about not getting an orientation date? Shy, did you apply for a carrier? Anything regarding driving? Did fingerprints yesterday. Postmaster said 2 weeks to get back. Those shoes, are they good? It it could take a couple weeks. If you did the fingerprints at the plant, they send them, I believe, if you did the fingerprints, you should have did SF-85 form as well. So it could take a couple weeks. Clerk position, no driving, and you said traffic violations. That means you are going to be a clerk at a station. Now, some stations require you to drive from one station to another. Does it make you feel like one of Santa's helpers? Doesn't it make you feel like, I don't know. What does that mean, Anthony? You listen to my background music? Traffic violations are hit and miss. That's true. My son got in with, I don't even know how my son got in. His driving record is dope. But they took him in. But clerk positions, sometimes you have to go from one station to the other. And they may tell you to get in a government vehicle. So you may need to have a decent record. Delivering people's gifts. I don't deliver anybody's gifts, Anthony. Been there a little over 90 days already driving a forklift. Got a little more pay there then, huh? Tommy, so you are a mail handler. I'm trying to look at, do you know if they convert people after people? Why are these things showing up late? I'm looking on my phone and I'm trying to read. Do you know if they I should be worried about? Oh, things are showing up on the screen later than they are on my phone. All right, hi Jay. Still waiting on an orientation letter. It's been for 3 months. Alcom worked at the post office 7 years ago. Left in good standing. Could it be rescinded or do I just need to wait? Honestly, anybody that applied anything over 3 months in the early part of September, October, if you haven't gotten in yet, unless it's a CCA, I would continue to apply to something else. That's my honest opinion. Apply to something else. Just got in, work at UPS currently. Got back. They only go back 10 years in total, correct? Have a felon from 15 years ago. First degree assault. Day shift. I don't think this is nothing for you to worry about. You're not the only felon in this chat room over there, buddy. Be forthcoming about it. What they are supposed to do, if they don't rescind your offer, well, they're supposed to send you an email stating that your offer has been rescinded. That's what they're supposed to do. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They'll say the position is no longer available, but they haven't been up to par lately. They've been real sloppy this year. They were sloppy last year, but they're extra sloppy this year. UPS, they make some good money. They make some good money. I got a good friend that works over there. You're welcome. Antihistamine? Haha. It's a funny name. I got a question for you guys. Is it showing delayed while I'm talking? Is my mouth working with the screen? Because on my phone it looks like I'm moving slow. Just finished my first year. Okay, cool. Thank you, Crystal. I just finished my first year in the Last Man Standing, and everyone I was hired with and everyone has quit. I'm a CCA. I am live, but it didn't look like it was synced up. Thank you, Anthony. On my phone, it's showing slow then. I don't know. Thank you for what you're doing. I'm a regular rural. Love you. Anytime put it out on subscriber. Merry Christmas and a blessed new. Well, thank you very much. Salty Jesse King. Are you really salty? You have yourself a blessed new year as well. What are some of the long-term benefits working at the UPS? We be on here till tomorrow. You work for the USPS for a long time, you can have yourself a nice lion in the background as well. Long-term benefits, man. I got 3 videos about, maybe 5 videos about benefits. For all the negatives, if I had to weigh them out, these are the negatives. I got a lot, but the benefits supersede the negatives. And just being a government worker overall, the world is different. It really is. You just have to know how to utilize your position, and I explain that in detail. But the question is, there are a lot of benefits. Not me, but it seems like you're missing questions. Am I missing questions? What did I do? What did I miss? Oh man. If I missed the question, please just write it over. Because again, I'm just reading off my phone. And like I said, it looks like it's delayed. After orientation, do you start work right away? No. They give you a day. I said, I live in New Jersey. Oh, okay, what was the question? In New Jersey. That's nothing to brag about. Nobody. Jersey. New York, baby. Go to Jersey to go to Great Flag or Six Flags, Great Adventure. It's all that's good there. I'm just kidding. No, you don't start work right away. They usually give you a date to report after orientation. Some people do. You said, you live in New Jersey? I'm lost here. I was asking the question. All right, you confused me. I said, I have a question. National Guard and USPS vacation for career and USPS vacation for career rural carrier. Blessed all day. Write the full question, that way I can understand it. Okay, I have a good question. National Guard and USPS vacation for career rural carrier. What's the question? Detroit network, just okay. Annex. I have a few people that are up in Detroit. You're cool, man. Which is harder, processor or handler? Whew. It depends. Processors kind of stand, and those are robots. You're really just a robot. You're very repetitious. If you like concentrating and focusing on one thing and being to yourself, that's a good deal. Mail handlers, they're a little more physical. They move around the building. They not supposed to, but they do processor jobs as well. But it's a hit or miss. It's a hit or miss. I think the physical aspect, I think that handlers do more. This job is very hard, and there are some offices like mine that are very hard to work in, which is always check his channels for questions. A lot of people ask questions. A lot of people interact with each other. Crystal started right after her orientation. Jaleese, who you looking at? On Sunday and had to report at 12 a.m. the same night. Brooklyn lady, woof. Handled a lot of pushing and pulling. True. The question is, what is the vacation policy for those who have been in the National Guard? Okay, cool. So if you have reported to the military, which is National Guard, I believe you guys, when you become career, you start off with 4 weeks vacation. I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I know that the military in general, they have 4 weeks vacation when they start off. I live here in New Jersey. When I did my application, I received an acceptance letter. They work very fast here. And on the acceptance letter, they didn't say that I was holiday or seasonal. Right. They haven't been telling anybody if they're holiday or seasonal. And please, I'm from New York City, Brooklyn, to be exact. I'm not from Brooklyn, baby, from the Bronx. They haven't been telling anybody if they're holidays. And if you do start, at this point, they're not keeping you for a holiday. I believe that anybody that they bring on after this week, they're going to be long-term, my opinion. It makes no sense to have you come in for the holidays if the holidays are over. The holiday rush is over as of Monday that just passed. When it comes to giving an extended offer, the supervisor that are in charge of the particular craft do not return your emails back when trying to schedule fingerprints. How come when you're given an extended supervisor, the supervisor that are in charge of the particular do not return your emails when trying to schedule fingerprints? Crystal, they don't know who you are yet. If you're given an extended offer, that extended offer comes directly from, I believe at the bottom it says from I think it's Washington, D.C. It does not come specifically from the station or the plant. I could be wrong. And then if you ever look at some of those, you won't see it, but the emails they get, they'll probably get about 1,000 emails in a week easily. So it's rare that they return them. Do not return you when you're trying to schedule a fingerprint. Your fingerprints are typically done at the plants. And there should be an email or a couple of different emails available in order to do your fingerprints. As a PS email processing, we are on a set schedule. How can I monetarily thank you? I don't accept any money. Just keep working. Give me good stories. That's what makes me happy, to hear good stories. Give me any information. If you read something from somebody that may be in your craft and you can give them advice, that's all the thanks I need. Such a great man, you play too much. I've been patiently waiting. Have you ever heard of them having a system error? I've never received any information that stated I'm hired or not. Been frustrated. Omar, how many applications have you put in? Call for a start date, told my name hasn't come up yet. Shandy Cheek, hello. I was fingerprinted 2 weeks ago and I saw someone shadowing someone at the post office I applied to. Should I be worried? No. I will be hired and maybe hired someone else. I don't think that's something for you to worry about. Like I said, if you did apply and you were in offer extended phase, let's say you applied January or not January, I'm sorry, December, and you got, your fingerprints and everything done, and you don't hear nothing back by the first or second week of January, I'd apply for something else. My opinion. A lot of the time they bring people in and they can't last. And I'm sure that if you read some of the video comments, you will see that people quit after 2 weeks, a couple days, a month. So you may be in that offer extended phase and they have 2 people there. One of those people may quit, and that's when they'll call you in. Kind of how that works. Do you know if they convert people after peak season? Is over at our plant. They told us they're going to be starting to let a lot of people go in January. I'm currently in MHA 360. I don't know, Hector. They usually convert mail handlers. I don't know. I didn't see your new contract yet. If you see me in another video, write that comment and I'm going to look that up. Every place is different, but I got to look up the MHA contracts. Can workers choose the plant they want to work at? No. You have to apply to where you want to work. You can't choose. I'm getting annual leave and I was hired on August 18th. Am I getting annual leave or am getting annual leave? How much Pro sick time annual, do you acquire a year? When you are not career, you acquire annual leave, and it comes up to about 97 hours. And then when you become career, you start off, and there's a video that breaks everything down for you, how much sick leave you get, how much, I don't have that off the top of my head, so I'm not gonna rattle that off. But I have a specific video with that in the title. That way it'll give you a better understanding as a PSC. Okay, let's go back up. Bear with me, I'm trying to read. I don't have my glasses on. Am I getting annual leave and I was hired? Are you asking me if you're getting annual leave? Do you guys work on weekends? Of course we work on weekends. If you work at a plant, that plant is open 365 days a year. You're welcome, Rudy. As CCAs able to use time off they accrue, I only hear about payoffs of accrued time during breaks of service. Can you use your earned time off before them? Yes. So let's say you had to go to a family reunion for a couple days, and you have about 80 hours, and you want to use 16 of those hours. You can ask them to put those 16 hours on there, if that's what you're asking. Derek be asking them serious questions. Derek, you must be new to my channel. Derek, there's too much to explain. What's the major difference once you become regular? You get lazy. Everybody gets lazy when they're regular. I have videos of everything, my friend. That's a very detailed question. I'm getting it. Okay, if you had to go out sick, does that affect the USPS calling you back as I applied as a 360? No. Anything within your first 90 days, don't. Once you get past that 90 days of probation period, I don't recommend it. People do it. You're not going to get called back. I mean, they're not going to call you back. It's rare. If you're hired on as a 360, you will have a job, unless you really screw up. Our crew is going to the main plant on Christmas Day. Otherwise, we're at a nearby smaller building. Oh, you're telling me. Oh, excuse me, Crystal. Excuse me. When I got fingerprinted, the employee told me I'd hear back in about 3 weeks. And in about 2 weeks, it seemed like forever. He was trying to be patient. Weekends getting double Sunday premium. Okay. Thanks for answering. No problem. I didn't make 90 days. It was out of my control. You called out, Brooklyn? Oh, just got here, so don't know if you covered. Is anybody planning closing on Christmas as well? They don't close on Christmas. Your plant is closing on Christmas? No. Plants are always open. They might not have a lot of people, but they're always open. They're receiving mail and sending mail out. Michael. So what does that mean? Am regular or temporary PSC mail processing? I don't understand the question. PSC is a level. PSC mail processing clerk is at a station, is at the plant. A regular does not have the word PSC in front of it anymore. A regular processing clerk, they're just a processing clerk. Our MBO even said it's the first time she's ever heard of this. Believe me, we were all shocked when we heard her service talk about it. Really? What? Wow. I've never heard that either. Plant closing. Sheesh. Temp job as a UPS driver helper. Will USPS be weird if they see it on your job history? No, absolutely not, Jack. We get a lot of people come over from Amazon or UPS. Now, you can't work for both of them at the same time, though. And if you do, that's your business. You don't tell anybody. Either one of them. So, back to you, Crystal. Crystal, you should email me. I don't know if we've ever spoken before, because I'm not really understanding the questions. If you email me, my emails are always in the video descriptions, and that way we can kind of clear up, because I think I'm confusing, or I'm confused. I work at a distribution. Can I transfer to a station without being a regular? No, you can apply, but you can't transfer. Good evening, Jay. Do MVOs and TTO move money bags? I've seen news reports around the country of hijacks. Yes, we do. We move money. We move lots of money. We move lots and lots and lots of money. Where I'm not going to tell y'all where I'm at. But yeah, we move gold bars. And we talking gold. We talking $250 million in some of our trailers. Yeah. But when we have that type of stuff, we have the postal police behind us, and we have the inspectors with us, and they're federal, they're FBI, so nothing to worry about. But at the end of every night, yes, we move money bags. So when we go to the stations and we close them out, and a station collected whatever type of money for the day, we sign for a bag. I don't know what's in the bag. I know it's money. But I sign for a bag, and we put it in the bag, and then we keep control over until we turn it in. Jack Rudy, okay. I'm wondering if it's a big amount of the reason is because our plant is getting a lot of people with COVID, and I have been hearing rumors of them cleaning the whole building. I don't know, Mike. I've never heard that before of a plant closing. So that's news to me. I don't know. Maybe the mail volume is that low, but it's different. But yes, we do deal with a lot of money. That's usually why you have to have the extensive background check. We deal with a lot of money, a lot of drugs, and they will set you up. They'll set you up. So you guys be wary. Oh, you see the Santa Claus on my bed back there? And I got the little Saint Bernard. That's my son's. And I'm sticking to my story. All right. Is the money good, and do you get paid every 2 weeks? Depends on what you think is good. Blessed all day. I think the money's good, and we do get paid every 2 weeks. We get paid the same as every federal worker in the country. Every federal worker. That means the government workers that are in the Capitol in Washington, D.C., we all get paid the same exact day. If the inflation rate is really crazy this year, do you think the COLAs will be adjusted proportionally? Yes, Mr. Joel. I said that in about 3 videos ago. Yes, they typically do that. I came in as a seasonal, and now I believe they're offering me a temp position until 11/20/22. Why not a permanent position? That's not a temp position. 11/20/22. That sounds like 360. That's good. That's good. If they're offering you that, you think it's temp. It's not temp. And the reason that they're offering you that position is because you're coming in at entry level. That's what we call them. We call them entry level. And then you got to go through the process like everybody else does. And the reason they do that is because that's what was written into the union. Is it good, Bohemian? God, absolutely. Day shift, 1st and 15th? No, every 2 weeks. Hello, T. No, it's not the 1st and 15th. That is twice a month. We get paid every 2 weeks. Okay, if the wage is 18 per hour, now will it go up this January? Day shift, I'm not sure what your craft is, but just like I was telling earlier, whatever your craft is, you look at the union website, and they will tell you when your COLAs go into effect and when your pay raises go into effect. If you're a temporary employee or a 360 or an assistant, you do not get COLAs. You get pay raises twice a year, I believe, and it coincides with the COLA, if that makes any sense to you. So they'll adjust it so that you get paid a little bit more to kind of make up for what you don't get in a cost of living adjustment. Is an immigrant could work for USPS? They have qualifications that immigrants can. If you look at the USPS careers website and scroll all the way down, they tell you what your qualifications need to be in order to work for us. It's laid out very clear, and as long as you have the proper documentation, I believe you can. Thank you, sir. Be safe out there. Thank you. Finally, I'm getting my foot in the door after 7th month wait. Well, congratulations. I'm sorry you had to wait that long. You ain't gonna have to find another job. The pay is good, but the big money is doing overtime. Possibly. Question is it really considered overtime? 8 hours a day is work. 2 extra hours. Is it really overtime? I started and got a car accident, took off a week. I should be okay, right? 8/14? Yeah, you should be fine. Took off a week? Yes, you made it past your 90 days. See why you always have to play all day. I'm rolling my eyes at you right now. What does that mean, blessed? Okay, I'm going for RCA. Let me see. Blessed all day. Is money good? Do you get blessed? Do me a favor. My email is usually in every video description. I can get more detailed when I have one-on-one, because I'm trying to rattle through all of these the best I can. All right. Going for RCA and PSC processing, 18 for my shift. Supervisor might say there's more holiday help. They say there's no more holiday help. Okay. They're saying everyone is 360. That's a good deal. How common are 80-hour weeks during the year for a CCA? 80-hour weeks, very rare, depending on where you work. It's maybe 60. Maybe. Typically, you're looking at 40 to 55 hours. But 80 is very rare. Compton. Very welcome, T. Java. What's up? Y'all bear with. I don't want to be rude, but I'm trying to read, like I said. I'm trying to do this differently. Because last time I made a mess. Couldn't read. So I'm doing 2 things at a time. All right. Jay, does the test scores fall off after 90 days? Will I have to take the retest if I'm not qualified? No. 2 years. 2 years for your scores. I was hired in August. A union representative asked me, was my orientation 2 days and 1 day? I told him it was 2 days. He said that I was hired for the COVID-19 pandemic. What? That's weird. I've never heard anything like 80 sounds right. Oof. I don't know. I know my man Rick Sounds. If you ever get a chance and you're a carrier, you listen to them. He worked some serious hours. CCA Nick put in some time. My plant just told her that the last day would be December 31st, and we haven't made our 90 days. According to them, some will stay depending on seniority, and some we let go and call back. That is true. Naturally beautiful. That's pretty much what the holiday help is. No. It's here in the valley. Okay. California. We don't work Christmas Day, right? I don't know. Do you? Some people do. I have 1-year-old. People who receive personal care. What? I'm reading two things at one time. I'm sorry. I have a 1-year-old. Are people who have kids able to keep up with the demands of the USPS? I have a 6-year-old. I had him when I was working there. You think it was 2? Yeah. You can if you have help. Plenty of people. Has anyone received a personal action letter? I was so confused. What does that mean? Oh yeah. Personal action letter. That means that's the SF. No, it's the Form 50. I moved silver once. I was told that by rumor. It was nuts. Never wanted to do that again. We need more CCAs in Florida. EMAC, where you at in Florida? Kids, they'll forget who you are? Nah, no, they won't, Banks. I was hired as a 360. My plan is never closed. Mine ain't. I hate it. I want to see my family for Christmas. They're hired for COVID-19. How they let them go. I hated seeing that happen. Some of us, those good workers, there was a difference between COVID-19 and the PSC. MHA workers. That was last year that they did that COVID-19 thing. I didn't think that they did that this year. But again, you guys are telling me something that I never heard before. But that doesn't sound right. You know how you are, how you can find out what your status is when you work for the post office. You go on your light blue if you have access to it, and you go on your own personal file, and you can see that Form 50. You just gotta, I'm gonna make a video so you guys can figure out how to see your Form 50, and that will tell you exactly what your pay rates are, when your hire date is, any actions. You'll always get a new Form 50, and it'll tell you, okay, you converted, or you're on your second year, any actions, your raises, everything is on that Form 50. And you get one by mail, and you can look at it online at any given time. In our plant in LA, they did it this year. We work Christmas and New Year's. Sound about right. Christmas and New Year's. I'm not working New Year's, but yeah, they have that. Good evening. I got a job offer, MVO position. It's been about a month since I turned in my background check online. It usually take this long. Thanks in advance. Appreciate what you're doing. Yes, it takes long. It does. It can take 4 months easily. And if you're a commercial licensed driver, wait it out. And if you see something else pop up for commercial, apply for that as well. But it does take some time. Congrats to you. I got a tour 2 bid, and I'm less than a year as a clerk. Damn. I don't know how you pull that off. That's a good deal. Ifat Habib. That is a unique name. Have a good night. How? A tour 2 bid in less than a year as a regular clerk. Snuck that in there. That's a good deal, though. Able to go home at a regular time. That's another thing. Everybody says the hours suck, and the hours do suck. But once you're in there for a couple of years, you're able to pick and choose your bids. You don't have to sign up for the overtime list, although they do, enforce overtime in some places. But once you learn how to time manage, you can make this work. You can still have a regular life. You can still figure out how to handle home and still make the most out of it. Because again, I made a video about it. If you want your regular, it's 5 days a week, may not be 2 consecutive days off, but you learn to balance all of that stuff out. It just takes time, it takes patience, and it takes you really sitting down, formulating your own plan on how to make it work for you. You did get lucky. Yes, you did. Can someone... So say someone has been a career mail handler for a while and max out. What can you get paid? Do they still get raised with the COLA? Michael, go on the mail handler's website. You could look at the max pay and look at what their COLAs are, and they still go up. Every time they negotiate a new contract every 3 years, it goes up. I don't think they ever max out. So I don't get specific with other crafts. I don't even get specific with my own craft, because then I'd have to pull up the union website. But the Mail Handlers Union website does have a chart that you could look at, and you can kind of look down at the graph and you can see what the max out pay is. And then in 3 years it'll change. And then another 3 years it'll change. And it'll keep going up. $7 a.m. to 3:30. Woo! Zoom interview for a TTO position. Calvin, get that money. I like that time. That's 7 a.m. to 3:30. I don't know how you pull that off. A clerk position at a plant or you at a station? I read the max is like 30. I was just wondering if I stayed in the same or can I go up? If it stayed the same. No, it goes up every 3 years. Every 3 years. If you look at a contract from 3 years ago, if you punch in, let's just say 2015 mail handler union contract, you'll see what it was back then. Then you look at the one from 2018. Then you look at the one from 2021. It always goes up. Your pay will always go up. It may max out to a degree, but the mail handlers union, they negotiate for more money. So I will be starting as an RCA in 2 weeks. Do I have any suggestions? I'm not gonna lie. Run. That's funny. I don't know much about RCAs. RCAs are so touch and go. It depends on if you have to use your own vehicle, if you're getting paid by the hour, if you're getting paid by the route. I can give my opinion about it, but that means nothing. If you have anything having to do with carriers and of that nature, CCA Nick has a channel and he could probably give you better insight. Westside Dave, his career as well. You can ask them a little more about, because again, they're in 2 different zones, 2 different places. They have carriers, rural carriers that drive their own vehicles. They have rural carriers that get paid by the hour, and they can give you more insight on what to do when it comes down to the rural routes. I got fingerprinted in October. I still haven't heard absolutely nothing. Told me it'd be 3 weeks for orientation. Anybody have that problem? Yes, everybody's having that problem. Diff baby, I'd apply to something else. They probably wanted you for the holiday season and they maxed it out. I would apply for something else. Loose in the mail is my bid at the Springfield plant. I was told the estimated route time and I will be driving. Okay, so you're getting paid by an estimated route. I would still talk to CCA Nick. He does have a bunch of live streams and he could probably give you some insight on that, but I don't know very many RCAs. Everybody has different experiences with the RCA routes. So I haven't started yet. Got my offer on the 21st of November. Not even sure. Somebody asked, but are you immediately in the union or you have to wait your 90 days are done? You can sign up for the union immediately. They can't help you till 90 days. You don't want to really sign up for the union until you know who your union rep is. You want to go work and then meet the union rep. And then once you meet the union rep, you can gauge whether or not the union representative that's at your specific plant or station is working on your behalf. Because it would suck if you were paying union dues and you happen to not get along with that union rep, or you realize that that union rep is in it for himself or herself. Because then it feel like you're, just getting chumped for a whole year until you're able to get out. So it's always good to see who the union people are that are going to be representing you before you join. You can join at any time. They can't help you for 90 days. You can join 7 months in. But once you join, it's very difficult to get out. They're there for a reason, and they're good so long as you have a good rep. Our first got converted. We acted a straight fool in the whole week. Ha 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 ha. Compton girl. That's how y'all doing, California, baby. I'm going on 76 minutes. This is really crazy. I'm going to have to get some sleep soon. Anybody have any last questions? And if I asked you guys to email me, if you do email me, again, my email is typically in the video descriptions. And if I ask you to call me, I'll give you a specific time to call. When you call, refresh me on whatever the question is, because so many people talk to me, so I will be lost. Hey, I asked you a question earlier. I'm like, okay, well, everybody did. Don't ever take that personal. And if you ever text me, you have to refresh me. I don't save anybody's phone number. And I can give you more details about specifics if you go that route. But besides that, again, the videos tell you pretty much everything. All right, let's see. Erica, yes, that is. I haven't heard anything. It is very common. Someone else just asked the same question. Question, all fingerprinting the same is all. I got accepted for both CC and MHA, but I only got called for CCA fingerprinting. Yeah, I believe your fingerprints at certain areas can be held for, I think it's 30 days or 60 days before you have to get fingerprinted again. Some places they accept it, other places don't. You're very welcome, Shandi, and Shy. And tell me if I said the name right. Jaleese? Okay, makes sense. Blessed. It wasn't seasonal help. It's a huge warehouse right outside of Pittsburgh. They're still hiring. They're building another plant 20 minutes down the road to keep up with the demand. Absolutely. Reapply. Apply. Always apply. Apply until you get to the spot that you want. It doesn't hurt when you apply for a position and then you go from one position to another. It hurts if you start working and you say, screw this, and you quit. And you try to apply later on. You're like, well, your track record said that you're a quitter. So if one position doesn't work for you, apply to another one. If that one doesn't seem to be working for you, apply to another one. Maybe a CCA not here doesn't work. Maybe a CCA at a different place works. It's always hit or miss. Good, Jaleese. And Shandi rhymes with candy. Shandi? Oh, Shandi rhymes with candy. Blessed all day. You have a question. Go for it. What's the question? Shandi. And blessed. And Jaleese. And Diff baby. Let's get this auto pay, baby. Eric, you about in there, brother. You about in there. About to get that shmoney. What's the question, blessed? We waiting. Yes, that's Christmas music in the background. I like my Christmas music. Don't judge me. Okay, we didn't have the question. All right. Should I sign out before you ask the question? Are you trying to type it? I don't see nobody typing. Everything freeze? All right. Again, if you got any questions, just drop a line on the email and refresh me on what it is that you were asking, and I'll try my best to answer. Compton, have yourself a great evening. Eric, you slid in a little bit late, brother, but you out there in, I'm not going to shout out where you at. I know it's cold there, brother. Everybody, have yourself a good night, and if I don't get to post another video before Sunday, you guys have yourself a great holiday if you celebrate. If you don't, just have a great day off. I'm here to try to answer questions and help the best I can. All right, this is JH. About to go get me some coffee. I'm patient sometimes. Why are you going to bed now? We didn't say we wanted to go to bed. Keep talking. We listen. Oh, man. Oh, man. Blessed. You're more than welcome to email me. Erica, have a good night. Happy holidays, Hector. I try to be patient. And it's not even about being patient, because honestly, if I couldn't even show my emails, I get at least 110 emails a day, and people have stories, great ones and negative ones, and I try my best to answer them. And some of them, you see some of them, I'll post some of the things that they put up there, and people send me, little pictures of their checks and everything. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. So, knowing that just a video that you watched of a stranger had some impact on your life. Hey, at the end of the day, I know I did something right. You see me? Good night and Merry Christmas to you. Your question is there. Blessed all day. Why are you going to bed? I started as an MHA. I did not get any training. I did my work, but I don't know. Since I'm in the system, should I apply for RCA? Why would you apply for RCA? Dar Sounds, I had an interview with the postmaster in Liberty, Texas. His main concern is attendance, and I truthfully told him about my attendance. He said he's going to give me a second chance. I think we had a off. I remember you, Darth. Okay. Good deal. You see, that's what you did. You did your thing. We'll chat. If you have my number, I'm not sure if we emailed, but we'll get back to it. Is it possible to work at a station and not go to the RCA Academy? A supervisor said in the area RCA work a little while they wait to go to the academy. It's an academy. You can work at the station. They may have you shadow, but I don't believe they will have you go out on your own until you complete the academy and do the safety. But Blessed, feel free to email me. I don't know if you're a guy or girl, but I don't want to say, gotta be politically correct. But feel free to email me if you have any questions, and the other ones that had some more detailed. The one guy, I don't remember his name. I wanted to answer some of his things, but I'm here. Y'all have yourself a great night. JH signing out. And if you made it to the end of this video for whatever strange reason, type I don't even know what that kind of dog is. That's a little, somebody help me out. What kind of dog is that? This the dog with the thing around his neck. The big husky thing. Anyway. Type Santa's elves. Y'all have yourself a great evening. I'm about to stop it on my phone, and it's on here. Yes, Santa's elves. How do we stop this thing?